About a year ago, I did a tips and tricks video featuring the Tab S8 Ultra and a few other Samsung devices. At the time, I actually wasn't aware that that video actually got 1,000 views, which isn't much when you think about it, but still something I appreciate. So today, I wanted to follow up with another 7 tips and tricks to help you get the best productivity and usability out of your Samsung device. Now, I can't say that what I'm about to go over will work for every single Samsung device out there. But if you're using a Samsung device that was made in about the last 7 years, then you should be good to go. So with that being said, let's get started. So the first tip I'm going to go over today is surrounding pop-up view and split screen view. Now, obviously, pop-up view and split screen view allow you to multitask or to sort of conveniently condense a window to make it so that you can see things better. And what I really want to talk about is that you can actually enable either one of these things 3 different ways. So the first one is probably the most common way to do this, and this is to swipe your edge panel out here from the left, or if you have it on the right, do that same gesture. Then you can actually press and hold the app you want, drag it here, and if you actually drag it to the right or the left, it'll go into split screen mode. If you drag it to the middle, it'll go into pop-up view mode. So as you can see here, that's pop-up view. Now, the second way to actually do this is if you go into your recent applications and you press and hold the same application, let's do YouTube, you'll notice same thing here. So I can drop YouTube here or there, I can drop it in the middle, same exact action. And if you do drop it over to either the left or the right, of course, you're going to be able to select your next application you want to drop onto the screen here. So let's say, for instance, if I wanted to do Chrome, and of course that will open that up. And let's just go ahead and close this out by dragging the middle over to the left. Now, the last way is one that may not be so common. I'm not really sure how many people know about it. Maybe some people do, but some people won't. If you go into your notification bar here and you actually press and hold any of the notifications that are actually here, like so, drag it out of the notification bar, you can actually do the same exact thing. See, if I put it here to the middle, it'll go into pop-up view, to the right, to the left, go into split screen view. You can even go ahead and drag it up to the top of the tablet or the bottom, whichever way you really want. But I thought this was a really cool way to actually get to exactly what it is you want to get to. And yeah, that is 3 ways to either go into pop-up view or split screen view on your Samsung device. And this does work on a phone also, of course. This next tip is going to be focused on how to back up your contacts into what's called a virtual card format file, VCF file. VCF files can be used pretty much in a lot of different places. For instance, if you have one Gmail account that has your contacts and another that doesn't, you can actually use that VCF file and import it into that Gmail account and have all the same contacts there. Anyway, how to do this is you go into the phone application, then you go to contacts over here on the bottom right here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to see a list of your contacts, but what we're looking for is your menu button, which is right here to the top right corner. Then you're going to hit Manage Contacts. Then you're going to go to Export Contacts. And as you can see here, it'll export every single contact you have in your phone directly to either internal storage or your SIM card. In this case, I'm using an eSIM in my Fold 4 here, so it'll export it to that too. Let's do internal storage, and then we do export here. And you'll see here that it says contacts.vcf has been exported to your internal storage. So once that's done, what you're going to do is, well, this is what I would do anyway. You can do it any way you'd like. Connect your phone to a computer. You go to the My Files application or your File Explorer, whichever one you have, whichever one you prefer. I would go to Recent Files. Then you're going to hit the contacts.vcf file here, and then you can share it in any way you want, however you want. Email it to yourself, share it directly to another device, go to google.com, go to Gmail and upload it there. Whatever way is really going to work for you. And the biggest thing to remember is that this is not a secure file. You can literally just tap on it and choose an app to open it up with, and it will import every single contact no matter what device it is on. So if you have people who are sneaky around you or something along those lines, just make sure they don't see that you have this. It's best to export it and get it off of your device into a safe place. But yes, this is how you export all of your contacts. For this next tip, let me say this first. If you've been a long-time Android user, you're probably used to this recent applications menu being changed over the course of the last 4 Android iterations, I don't remember. But essentially, I think personally that it's kind of a waste of space. You know, you're seeing one app at a time. However, what this next tip entails is how to actually be able to see more of your recent apps in one place. And what we're going to need to do for this is we're going to need to go to the Galaxy Store. So that's that pink icon here with a shopping bag. Once you get into the Galaxy Store, you're going to go to the search bar, which is up here to the top right. And you are going to type in Good Lock, then search, and you're going to download Good Lock, this application here. Now, keep in mind, this is a Samsung created app, so it is official. I'm not asking you to download any third-party apps here yet. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and download Good Lock, let it install, and then once it has installed, you're going to open it, and what's going to happen is, I did not open it, you're going to open it. And what's going to happen is when you open it, you're going to see a few different things here. Now, Good Lock is an application that is used to customize your Samsung device. And like I said, it is provided by Samsung, so it is official. However, we're not going to go through all of these modules here. What we're looking for is this one, Home Up. So Home Up is obviously not downloaded here. What you're going to do is go ahead and press that little download icon. Then you're going to click install, let it do its thing and let it download. And once it has installed, go ahead and press your back button or swipe right, 3 times if you have no buttons showing. Then we're going to go to Home Up. We're going to go to Start, Allow. Then we have to turn Home Up on with this little bar here. Then we're looking for Task Changer. Don't worry about anything else here as of yet. You can go back in and play around with these things if you want to, but we're specifically looking for Task Changer. And in Task Changer, you'll notice here it says Layout Type. And what this is this is going to allow you to change the look of your recent apps view. So the one I particularly like is Grid. And with Grid, what happens now is, see, you can actually see more of your recent apps in one place. And I feel like this is a much more efficient use of space, even on candy bar phones like this. This is the Galaxy Z Fold 4, but I do have it closed now. And if I was to go ahead and open it, you'll notice that the thumbnails here are even bigger as opposed to showing me like 1 or 2 things if I had it on the standard view. But essentially, this is how you are going to be able to customize your recent apps view. Now, there are a few different other types you can choose from. You can choose from List, which is also going to show you just one there. And what that looks like is this. You can choose Stack, which is, sorry, we were on Stack before. You can choose Vertical List, which is going to be like these little short kind of smaller boxes here. But essentially, you can just go through and play with these. Choose whichever view is good to you. And that's all we're going to really be looking at with the Task Changer part of Home Up. So for this next tip, I'm not really going to go into heavy detail about this because I do have a video on this that I will point you to. But did you know you can actually use your tablet as a sort of external display for your Windows device? Well, if you didn't, yes, now you know you can. As you can see here, I have my screen extended directly to my tablet right here. And like I said, I'm not going to go into this. I just wanted to show you all that this can be done. I will leave a link to the video both in the description, and I'll have it sitting at the top right corner of the video here. You can go check it out if you want. But yeah, if you're interested in doing that, there are 3 ways you can actually get this done. I'm going to link the video to 2 of them in the top right corner here, and in the description, I'll leave the other. This next step here is about getting you back some storage on your device by either turning off this feature I'm about to talk about or reducing the amount of storage it takes up. So that feature is going to be called RAM Plus. Now, what you're going to do is you go into your settings. I'll go to the settings icon here just to show again, settings, and then you are going to scroll down and find battery and device care. And as you can see, I'm using this Tab S7 right here, and this has a maximum of 6 gigabytes of RAM. What we're looking for is this memory section right here, and we're going to tap on memory, let it do its thing here, and then RAM Plus is what we're looking for down here. So once we tap on that, you'll notice right now it's set to 4 gigabytes. And I believe that this was actually set up automatically after the update this tablet went through. So it's using 4 gigabytes. Now, if I was to go and hit 2 gigabytes, what's going to happen is it'll ask me to restart the device so it can configure everything. But what I end up gaining back is 2 gigabytes I can now use for anything else. You can even go ahead and turn the feature off completely, and of course it'll make you restart the tablet once again. But all in all, this is a great way to get space back because, you know, just taking up space to use a lot of applications or sort of to give applications a buffer of sorts, I personally don't find it necessary, and that's just my opinion. Some people may actually need this depending on what they're doing, but I haven't had to use it. So yeah, turning off RAM Plus or reducing the amount of storage it uses is a great way to get some space back. So for this next tip here, let me just say this. When you're using a tablet or a bigger device, you'll know that sometimes it can be annoying to drag that notification bar down, right? You know, you have to go ahead and adjust your grip if you're holding it with 2 hands, whatever. You can also turn on that one-handed swipe down on the screen to get your notification panel down, but that only works on the home screen. So let me show you a way to get to at least the controls up here, not necessarily the notifications per se, but if you need to turn off something like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or something along those lines, I have a better way for you to do this. So what we're gonna do is we need to go back into the Good Lock application we downloaded before for the other tip I mentioned this for. And this time, what we're gonna do is look over here to the left side, touch that menu button, and what we're trying to go to is this section here called Life Up. Good Lock has 2 sections, Makeup and Life Up. So once you tap on Life Up, you're gonna scroll down until you find One Hand Operation Plus. From here, you're gonna go ahead and download One Hand Operation Plus, and it will take you to the Galaxy Store to do so. Just go ahead and tap Install, let it do its thing, and it's still doing its thing. Now it is done doing its thing. From here, what you're gonna do is open it up, and you'll notice that you have to actually enable the One Hand Operation Plus module. So go ahead and turn it on right here at the top. And don't worry about all of these settings right here. I'm just gonna skip ahead to what I'm trying to show you. So what we're looking at here is, if you notice, well, let me make this a little bit slimmer. You can actually make these gesture handles here slimmer by toggling this touch width sort of bar here. But anyway, what we're looking at here is the handle settings. So you have your left handle and your right handle. I personally turn off the left handle, but you can leave it on if you want to. I'm going to turn it off here. If you go into the right handle, you'll notice right here, you have your short swipe settings and you have straight left, diagonal up, diagonal down. What these mean is that if I was to go straight left here, it would go back just like the back key works, diagonally up, brings up the recent apps menu. But essentially, these are just the general sort of default settings for these gestures here. Now, the one I personally use and what I'm going to show you is diagonal up. So if we go here and tap diagonal up, you'll notice you have a ton of options here. Don't worry about these. Like I said, I'm just trying to get to the one I'm going to show you. And what we're going to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom of the list. And what we're looking for is quick tools here. This one written in blue. And now that I got that set, what's going to happen is instead of going to the recent apps menu, if I swipe upward, you'll notice now I have this little mini notification bar toggle center kind of thing here, where I can actually turn off adaptive brightness if I want to, or turn it back on, control the brightness. You know, I can control the volume. If any media is playing, play and pause that media, go to the next track if I want to, next video, whatever, etc. Turn Wi-Fi on or off, turn Bluetooth on or off. Really, there's a lot of functionality within this little menu right here. And the best thing about it is if you go back here to that diagonal up menu, go to quick tools again, you see this little setting button here. You'll notice here that there are a ton of options, and these are the default ones. But if I wanted to go ahead and, let's say, remove that, remove screen timeout, remove screen recorder, and I do the same thing, now you notice there's space down here, and I can actually add some things if I want to. So see here, if you go into this menu, you can literally add any of these functions here, and there are so many. Like if I wanted to just add a split screen button, let's go ahead and do that. I can do that. If I wanted to add, let's say, an airplane mode toggle, I can do that. Color inversion. There's just a lot of customizability with this one-hand Operation Plus module. And this is just really the basic form of it. What I'm getting at here is instead of going up here all the time, having to expand this notification panel, now you get some of those toggles right here and you can customize them. So yeah, that's a very long explanation of getting a little mini notification toggle bar kind of type thing. Hope that helps. Ask me to explain this more in the comments if I was not clear on this, because I didn't really know how to explain this, but hopefully that helps. Beautiful thing about this is if you actually mess up and there's some kind of undesired setting you chose on one-handed Operation Plus that you don't want, if you go back into Good Lock, make sure you're on Life Hub and see the one-hand Operation Plus module here. There's a little button right here to the top right of it, and it says More. Just go here, uninstall, okay. And of course you can download these again, or download it again rather. But look here, no more small notification bar or anything like that. So these modules within Good Lock, they're highly customizable, but they're also very easy to undo. All right, so I'm gonna make this last tip pretty simple. So if you are ever needing to go into the specific settings for an app, the specific information for an app, most of the times you're probably going into settings, you are looking for apps, which I can't even find right now because I don't go this way. Then you're waiting for this list to load, and then you're probably gonna go into the app and get to this menu right here, right? Let me show you a quick and simple, very fast way to do this. If you actually press and hold on the application you want to go into the settings for, and then tap on this I button that's at the top here to the right of the title of the app, that gets you literally right there in like 2 seconds. So this is a great way, you know, if you're troubleshooting, if let's say for instance you're walking through some phone call where some technical person is probably telling you to get to this menu, this is a very, very good and quick way to get to this menu. And that's really all there is to this tip. All right, so that is all I have for you today. And yeah, I hope you got something out of these tips here. I know that they weren't the most exciting, but I like to do my tips in a way that is going to help you get more productivity and usability out of your devices, not necessarily things that have to do specifically with a specific device. So with that being said, look forward to volume 3 and much more, as long as I can kind of come up with these tips. But again, thank you for watching as always, and wherever you are in the world, have a great day, a great afternoon, a great evening, or a great night, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching again.